Hello, parents and guardians of English 9 students. My name is Miss Kellett, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about the course for this year. I wanted to let you know that you can find the slideshow for this presentation by typing this link into your phone or your computer. And then once you open up the slideshow, you'll have access to all of these links where you can click on them and you can access them. This video presentation is highlighted red so that I remember when I'm done recording to add the presentation. All right. So a little bit about myself. My name is Miss Kellett. I grew up in Morgan Hill and I actually graduated from Sobrato as a student, and now I'm back teaching at Sobrato as well. I got my bachelor's degree in English from San Jose State, and I got my master's and my credential in education from UC Santa Cruz. Some of my hobbies, I am enjoying learning the ukulele and the guitar very slowly, and I'm also taking Spanish classes at San Jose Learning Center, and I'm learning Hawaiian on the Duolingo app on your phone. Over the summer, many of us did not get to travel, but I did get to read, and I planted a small garden in my backyard, so that's kind of what I've been up to. My contact information is listed here. You're welcome to pause the video and copy all that down. You can email me, text, or call me. And then also I have an Instagram, not really for communication, but more just for staying connected and for fun. I do try to respond to emails, phone calls, and text messages within 48 hours of receiving them. Teachers at Sobrato don't have a prep every day, so sometimes it takes us longer to answer. Here are some of the major skills in English 9. We will be doing literary analysis, including a focus on characterization, theme, and sensory language and figurative language. We'll be writing about that analysis, revising our writing as we go, working on marking up the text and really using our annotation skills to analyze the text deeply. And then finally, discussion skills in order to get a deeper understanding too of the text and the concepts that we're discussing. And then on the right, we have some text. You're welcome to pause the video and take a look that we'll be reading throughout the year. I wanted to just let you know about the grading policy for our class. So we believe that a student's grade should be representative of their mastery of the skills for the course. So these two categories, reading and writing and speaking and listening, make up 85% of the student's grade, and they're all based on the student's skills. Okay, so the reading and writing category is worth 60%. It includes paragraphs, essays, and projects. The assignments are graded based on a rubric, and the rubric has several skills listed on it, and the students will receive a score for each skill that's on the rubric. So if you go into areas to look at your students' grades, you might notice that they have 3 or 4 scores for one paragraph because I've given them a score for each skill that they tried to accomplish in the paragraph. In this category, revised and late work is accepted up until 2 weeks before the end of the semester with no late penalty. So we believe that if a student needs more time to complete their work and to master that skill, then that's something that we should give them. Speaking and listening includes seminars, presentations, and other speaking exercises. Your student is responsible for contacting me to make up anything that they miss if there's a speaking and listening activity in class. And then the smallest portion of the gradebook is work completion, which includes small classwork assignments and homework assignments. These are not usually graded on a rubric, so they're usually you get full credit if you complete the work thoroughly. This work can be turned in up to 1 week late, but we do have a late work penalty just to encourage students to keep up with their homework because homework usually is dependent on what we're doing in class, right? So we want to make sure we're doing our homework on time for the next class period. And then finally, extra credit, because we do allow those revisions in this big reading and writing category for full credit, we don't offer extra credit because we would rather students go back and revise their work instead of doing like a worksheet on the side for extra credit. Okay, materials needed. You can go ahead and pause the video to take a look at the materials that students will need. I am happy to help students find any materials that they might need if they're not able to find it on their own. anything that you might need from your teacher, like a book or paper, anything like that, we are able to get that to you by dropping it off in your locker, and you can come pick it up from campus. So just please contact me if you need any help with finding materials. Okay, the last thing on that materials list is an independent reading book. We usually do this project every year, but usually we get to take students to our school library where they can look for books, and that will not be happening this year. So I wanted to just make sure that as parents and guardians, you're aware that we are asking your student to pick an independent reading book in order to explore a genre they enjoy, learn how to read longer texts over an extended period of time, and practice skills that we've learned in class independently on a book that they enjoy. So there's a timeline for when they should have their book selected, ready, so like if it's coming from Amazon delivered, and then read, as well as when it's due. There is a recommended reading list, which students can use this URL to find. You can purchase a hard copy or an ebook, but there's also the public library, and they can get you ebooks. You can check out ebooks from them. And I can also get students' books from our school library. So there are lots of options for finding books, and I'm going to be working with students in class to find them, but I just want to make sure that they also have your support at home. Speaking of support, sometimes parents will ask me, what can I do to support my student in high school? So I've got a list for you here. Make sure that your student is checking Google Classroom and their email daily, especially since we will only be seeing each other online for the start of the year. Please help them to be actively engaged in Zoom lessons. I'm going to make sure that I'm giving them opportunities to type, take notes, and talk with one another. And then finally, students have tutorial every day at the end of the school day. And they get to choose which of any of their 6 teachers they go to for tutorial. And it's a chance for them to go and ask questions electronically online, or go and get some work done. So please encourage them to plan ahead and figure out when they're going to be going to tutorial. Ask your student, what assignments do you have coming up? Whose class are you going to for tutorial this week? Help them to find a quiet place to study and do homework. And then also, your student has an assistant principal and a counselor assigned to them. So try to figure out with your student who that assistant principal and that counselor is, because we're a team and we're all here to support you and your student. So you can go ahead and check out this document to find your student's AP or counselor, or you can look at our school website. Okay, this is a list of all the resources that I've already talked about, but it's here on the slideshow for you to take a look at, click through if you want. The bell schedule is here. Here are some mental health resources, and this is from the district, their guidelines for parents and students during distance learning. Last slide, finally. If you would like to take a survey to give me more information about your student, I would love to hear more about your student. So you can take a look at these questions, and if they're questions that you'd like for me to have more information about, you're welcome to either click on this link or copy it into your phone or your computer and take the survey. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I know that the school year is starting off a little bit differently, but I'm really excited to meet your students and to learn with them. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.